Give me a minute. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode. You're seeing me after a long time, and now today joining me in is Naman here. So Naman is an actor. I think many of us would know him. If we see his childhood pictures of acting, I think everybody like, oh, we know him, we have seen him, because Naman has been working since a very small age in the industry in Bollywood. And thank you very much, Naman, for taking your time out after a long day. You joined me, and really glad that you joined me. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for having me here. Yeah. I think we were figuring out a lot when to do this, how to do this, and
Yes.
finally it happened today.
But
So I'm very happy.
you were the very, the easiest one, because normally when I'm talking to a person who works in some of serials or movies, they don't come before two
Right.
three weeks. You were like, okay, let's do it, Lakshit, no problem. And we were able to
Bro,
make it.
Lakshit, I'll be honest with you. I'm very Vela as a person. So
Yeah.
I can come anytime. I'm
Totally. Yeah, I'm really glad that we're doing it
yeah.
as quick, and really glad. Thank you very much, first of all. Really, and as I
No
again
problem,
said
no
before
problem.
we were recording, I'm really a fan of your voice. I love it. It's really great and
Oh, thank
beautiful.
you.
Yeah, yeah.
Thank
Thank
you
you very
so
much
much. Yeah,
again.
thank you
Thank you
so
very much
much.
again. So before we get into anything, Naman, before we start
Yeah.
anything, please introduce yourself, what you do, how did you get into acting, and what made you an actor?
Okay. So my name is Naman Nitin Jain, and I've been an actor since the age of 6 years old. See, I got into acting because it was my father's passion for Bollywood. I mean, he used to read every magazine, every newspaper article on Bollywood. And he was the one who convinced me and my mom both that we should go and try auditioning. So, for the very first time, I had gone to a Balaji studio for a role called Krishna Bhagwan's role in
Okay.
a series. I don't remember the series, but I was told that it's an audition, and then I went there. I got shortlisted, but I didn't get selected. And that was my very first experience in front of the camera. After that, I auditioned for Chillar Party, of course, that
Yeah.
hopefully everyone's seen, and they know me most from
Because
there.
of that, yeah, totally.
Yeah. So, yes, I did Chillar Party. And then Chillar Party was a great audition because I think I was so bold and loud that I actually parted away from all the other kids and I shouted, "Okay, guys, I'm here." It was something like that. But I'm very embarrassed of the fact that I did a very vulgar dance. I don't remember. I remember the steps, but I did a very vulgar dance, and they enjoyed it. They found it entertaining, and then that's how Chiller Party happened. And of course, then after Chiller Party, I did Gangs of Wasseypur, then a film with one of the assistant directors in Chiller Party, Vakratunda Mahakaya, a Marathi film. Then Jayo, Raanjhanaa, Bombay Talkies, Rustam, Chalang, and then whatever you've seen me in. All
Yeah.
of that happened after Chiller Party. Yeah.
Yeah, totally. I think I've
Yeah.
seen most of the where it's fun, and I was like factly happy that I think I was searching or seeing something, and you showed up, and I was like, okay, wow. And then I checked up a bit. I think it was somebody posted your reel, or it was your reel. I'm not so sure.
Yeah,
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 yeah, it was a reel.
yeah,
Then I
yeah,
then I got to know from there.
yeah.
I'm like, okay, yeah, that's you. And then I look, let's message him and let's see if he sees and joins me in. And you did, really. And I think I've seen most of you, like most of your movies, and I've seen you everywhere. And
Right.
see, so how does it feel like as a kid? You do it because just your father was passionate. You just try and give it a try, and after that, it
Yeah.
works out, and you get love from people. I would say a fame at a very young age. How does it feel?
Yeah. It was, I think, see, now I understand the value in retrospect that how important it is to see your parents' passion come into you. They tell you, they guide you, they help you
Yeah.
in everything. And I think because of their passion, their vision, their help, whatever, I am able to maybe speak to you today or
Yeah, yeah,
act in front of
totally.
a lot of people. And it's a blessing. I'm really genuinely very grateful to God and to my parents and everyone who's been a part of this journey, that till now I'm so lucky to have had the experience of working with like immensely talented directors, actors, and crew members, technical people. I think I'm I don't know. I'm still living a dream, and I always feel that this dream is so unfinished and still has a lot to do in it. So every day, I just think that if it wasn't for my father's passion or my mother's efforts that she took to me, to every set, to every audition, and to my sister used to be my very honest, who still is my very honest critique, that what she doesn't like about my acting or my stuff that I've done, she tells it on my face. Like, she has no filter. That's what helps me. She's like my OG critique.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think all these people that I'm surrounded with, even with my friends, even they don't let me fly, or make me feel that I've done a
Spectacular.
Oscar-winning level job. That's what I think. I feel how I'm so grounded, and how I feel every day of my life, that this is. So it's actually very feeling of immense happiness, that you get to do what most of the people can't, and you get that talent in you. I mean, I never ever went to a acting school or anything. Whatever I've done till date has been from what I've seen on TV or on Netflix or and that's how everything has come out to date. So I'm just blessed.
Yeah, totally. And so
Yeah.
before getting into Chillar Party, how many auditions have
Yeah.
you did you give?
So I was giving auditions, and I was giving like for ads, for shows, for movies also, and all these auditions. Somewhere, I don't know how this happened, but my portfolio that was made in like my younger days, it got to Mukesh sir's office, Mukesh Chabra, who casted me for the part Jhangya. And he got the portfolio, and then he called us, and then we were like, okay, Jiro, let's try. It's a kids film, let's go. And then we went there, and I think with Chillar Party also, there wasn't just one audition. We went through a lot of auditions with a lot of kids, and like a lot of variations of this character, that character. And then we had a lot of workshops as well after like being shortlisted. So being in Chillar Party took like a 2-3 month time, and then we started shooting.
Okay, yeah. And so
Yeah.
when you are surrounded with so many people, like I think have got good fame and have have done good job, because some are there because of their parents and some are because of their own efforts, etc. And then you get a chance to work with them, and like you're so happy. For example, you were in Jai Ho's working with Salman Khan. What was your feeling that time when you were doing that shot with him and telling, "Hey, Mamu," so what was your feeling then?
Oh man, very very surreal. Yeah. Now, I think for the first time when I met him was at a Chillar Party shoot, where he came on set because he was the producer on Chillar Party.
Oh, okay.
So he came on set, and I remember I pointed out that Salman sir, you're wearing a tone jeans. I didn't have any clue about the rip pants fashion that time. So I just made a remark that, sir, you are so rich and you have everything you want, but your pants are torn. How is that possible? So he bursted out. He laughed so much, and that was my first interaction with him. And at that point, I of course knew that he is the Salman Khan, and I should get a photograph. I should get an autograph. And my parents were all mad. They were like, "Wow," because they've seen him more than I saw them that time.
Yeah.
So they saw him and they were like, "Wow, go! You should go talk to him." And I was very nervous and very embarrassed. How can I talk to him? I don't know what to talk to him. But I remember on the sets of Jai Ho, Salman sir became my guide, my true mentor. I think I spoke to him about so many things, and on every shoot, like every scene, also used to happen. He used to tell me that you don't have to stick to the script; you can just improvise, and that's what I've done in the film. I have just stuck to the basic outlay of every dialogue, but never ever stuck to it, and I just said it how I felt, and that's what he enjoyed a lot, and he praised me on that. So at that point on set, getting his praise was very very like a very big reward for me.
Yeah.
And in retrospect, when I think now that I worked with Salman Khan, I'm like, wow, this has been an epic one.
Yeah, it is something which I think is one of the one a big one. Yeah.
Of course, 100%.
Yeah. And so as a person, like as a popular kid, when you go into your family functions and meet your relatives, how is their like action, or would say I'm not getting the word right now, but how do they like behave with you?
They usually are, like they've seen me grow. They've seen me like a little baby angle, say, until now. And there are like 3 common questions every time. One is what is coming next. One is how was the past film's experience, and third is always about how many actors have you met and
Met.
how many actors have you worked with. So I have to answer all these for sure, and I can't shy away from them. Second, I think every time I meet my relatives, no, they always make a point that they don't click photos with me. They don't take me to, a place where I am feeling that I have done something very good and
Good.
very big, because everybody comes to me and they're like, "अरे नमन यार, but तूने ओवर एक्टिंग तो की है ब्रो, मतलब देखो उतना करने का नीड नहीं
Mm.
था एंड ऑल." सो दीज आर माय क्लोज relatives. Now
Relatives.
relatives that are a little far, they do come, they do click pictures, and they do talk to me about how I got into the industry and everything. So usually they are very like normal people. They always know that even I am a very normal guy, and
Yeah.
they always talk to me as a normal guy. So all of us, whenever we meet, wherever I meet them, it's never awkward or never. It's just a little tiring to answer every time the same question. And
Yeah.
those people who've asked this earlier also come and ask again.
Again.
That's why it gets a little irritating.
Yeah.
Rest, it's not. Rest, it's not.
Totally, it does get some. And also when your close relatives already have seen you, like, since childhood,
Yeah,
so it doesn't make a much of
yeah,
a deal for them. They're like, okay, I know him,
exactly.
etc., etc. So that, I think I agree that
My
part.
close relatives never do. My close relatives are always like, Naman, you haven't done this great. Itna bhi kuch bada kaam nahi kiya
Thank
and
you.
all. And they roast me in front of their friends.
Friends.
That देखो ये मेरा भाई है, ये मेरा भाई है, इसके लिए ऐसा एक्टर है, ये मेरा भाई है, इसके लिए इधर तक आया है and all. I get dragged a lot. You have no idea.
But I think it's a good going force, no? It helps you to like work on and make yourself.
I take all this. I honestly learn a lot from all this, and I put it in the film. I am such a person that I'll always converse with a taxi driver. I'll always converse with someone or the other, random people. I love to talk to random people because I want to know where they come from, what
Come
they
from
think,
totally.
and what they have to say. So I would love to talk to random people. And many of my parents also say that you're mad, you shouldn't do that. But I love to talk to random people. And that's why on sets, I think I've met so many people till now, and every person has a new story, new journey, and I love to hear stories. I love to hear any story, whatever they have to tell me. I would love to listen because I'm a really always curious. I'm always curious about everything.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
I see. I have just plethora of questions, and I just want to get more and more deeper into them. As I have seen you, as I again said, I've seen you everywhere. I've seen you on movies. I've always, feel fun कि ये बच्चा, अच्छा है, बोलता है, मस्त है. Of course, see, I wouldn't, be that before knowing you now and having this conversation here. It wouldn't be I wouldn't be having that connect. But I always have felt that, when I've seen kids working with so many people there coming on television, I would always wish that, कि देखो, मैंने जब there was always that, let me be clear. I was always have been a person who have always liked on being on a limelight, and I wanted people to, talk to me, understand my
Correct.
things. I'm not,
Correct.
not a like a fame
Correct.
lover thing, and I want all the thing to be about me and me
Yeah.
only. But some person who likes to be a point of
Yeah.
you
Interactive.
understand that. And when I
Of course.
saw
Of course.
you guys working on television and being on television, I'm like, okay, it's something great. Something I wish when I'm seeing other kids as my of me is doing. I'm so happy every time. And that's one thing I always wanted to say to, all the kids working and doing very great stuff in their age, really. Yeah. And moving apart from this, next question I would like to, put up here is, we have, like, I have seen you know good movies, and after some years you were like not being in coming up much in movies, etc. What
Yeah.
was the
Yeah.
reason for that? Did you was it because of studies? What did you why was that happening?
Primarily it was studies. I took a break, I remember, in 10th standard. Like after I just worked for a month in the beginning of the 10th standard. Then I took a break because, of course, you have to study, and I had a lot of pressure from school, from tuitions, everywhere. So you always can't get all that you have around. So somewhere I had to put that to rest, and then I did that. I intentionally didn't take up calls. Of course, if there were like small one-day shoots, like an ad or something or some dubbing, I used to go there. but never touched any feature film or any big project. And after 12th standard also, I remember like we have two boards exactly. So both of them need a little time for you to learn. But I remember 12th boards, I wasn't like exactly away from films because I was shooting for Chalan, and I was doing up down from Delhi. I was coming for my exams and going back again. So in between, yes, I did take a break, and yeah, I had to do it intentionally because I have to also study. I also have to focus on my education.
And so as a person, are you good at education? Like, do you are you a person like,
Bro,
is something education
uh,
is something you like, or reading is something you like?
see, I'm not. I won't lie to you. I am a very average student. I was a very average student.
Mhm.
I studied. I never pre-prepared. I was always, like कि चलो exam को time है, 10 दिन है, 8 दिन है, 5 दिन है, 4 दिन हो गए तो चलो let's study now. Only 4 days are left. I'll start on the fourth day, but I won't finish it on the fourth day. Till the last day, I want to feel that pressure, and that pressure only gives me a kick in the night that I have to learn everything, ratto for everything, and then I go give it in the paper. That's how I think I'm very good with my dialogues also, because I read it instantly and I deliver it instantly.
Elaborate. Yeah.
So that helped me. So that helped me in the exams, and I never used to pre-prepare. So that's why I think I scored like with average students, and I got like 80%, 70, 60% throughout. Like I didn't go lower or higher than this. 60, 70, 80 was my game throughout my education.
Yeah. So, and also as a
Yeah.
always I have heard number of stories where people say that I was pressured even to do, like, like my parents said me to do even acting and even studies. Like, what was the story from your side? How was it about the education from your parents?
I'm very lucky that my parents always thought that acting and education both have to play on a perfect seesaw. Can't go one down, one up. They always have to maintain that balance. And I think whenever there were exams, we intentionally took a point that we won't work around that period because I need to prepare a little. And coming to like school, if my school, I think I was very blessed to have a principal like that, and my teachers. They always used to tell me that it's okay for the projects that we had, that you can go, you can shoot, and once you're back, you can give the projects. So that way, both my education side and my parental side both were very pushy from that perspective that I can't lose on anything.
Anything.
It can't be either this or either that. It is both. It can't be an option. So till date, I think till date, I'm in my 15th right now, my last semester. So till date, they've been telling me that it can't be one optional. It has to be both, and that's why I think it actually helped me a lot.
Yeah.
My parents never ever pressurized me on any marks. Also, I used to get, like, if I used to score a little less, they always understood the fact that I was working somewhere and then I couldn't cope up with study, and I never failed, which was very happy for my parents also. Happy fact for them, because if a person fails, then it's too much. I never failed. That was very lucky.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
And so let's move to some questions about work, etc. So when
Sure.
you
Sure.
for example, when you are a child artist in an industry which is
Yeah.
so much things going on already, various people from the family are more loved and have been loved to be
Yeah.
gotten into, etc. What are the hard work of a child, of a child artist who's newly, has no background at all, nobody knows you, and then you go and show your talent and then they take you as your talent? How hard, how easy is it to get into a movie?
It is a little tough. I won't lie, because we still do give a lot of auditions. I mean, it's not an easy ride even now. Of course, you have to make a mark and you have to hustle if you want to reach something.
So,
So I feel it's not something that we can shy away from, or we can feel that no, it's not a good thing to struggle to. It's not a good thing to work for your job, for your place. I think every person should have. I think for me myself, I won't speak in general. I'll just talk about myself. That I feel that if I don't uh, work for my place, I won't be satisfied when I reach there, because I will always feel that I got it very easy. And my dad always taught me that you can't get things easy. You have to go for it. You have to work for it. So struggling and getting work, getting your job, getting your place where you want to be is not a curse. It has to be done because it's a part and parcel of life. And I feel that as a child actor, when you have no background, when you have no filmy background, as they say, you have to make a mark very soon, because people don't get so many chances. You have either one slingshot, two slingshots, more than that, but not more than that, of course. I don't think nobody gets a lot of chances again and again if you don't have a family background, a movie family background.
Yeah.
If you come from a very normal family, you have to make your mark in one, two, max three projects. That's what I feel. That's what happened with me. That I was recognized by people. That was a very lucky factor for me. That Jhangya as a character was so funny and was so interesting and interacting with the audience that it got them, and that's how I got lucky with all my other projects. So I think for a child actor, you can try. Of course, it's not over after the third attempt, but I think it's very easy for us to get for the child actors in between the bracket of 9 to 14. They can try in many things. You have ads, you have TV serials, and there's a need for every child actor today, because there's like a whole shift in the storyline of our industry. That there is a film where you can see a main lead in a child actor, and there is a film where they can play a supporting as well. So
Yeah.
the actors are always needed,
Mhm.
but your mark should be made ASAP, is what I feel.
Totally. And
Yeah.
yeah, really, thank you very much for putting that up rightly. Yeah. And so, what would be your
Yeah.
some of the advices to all the actors and child actors who want to as like you have made a mark. Of course,
Thank you.
you have a long journey to go, no doubt, but
Thank you.
you have left
Thank
a
you,
mark.
man.
When people will see, they will surely connect. हाँ मैंने तुमको देखा है कहीं पे. I have seen you somewhere. That will be surely there.
Correct.
So, what would be
Correct.
your advice to all the inspiring actors, or people who wish to get into acting? Because as you said, it doesn't mean when it's your third attempt you're just done. It doesn't mean that it's the end of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I feel that that every actor I always saw this, that every actor has a different thrive in him or her. They always feel that कि ये रोल से मुझे satisfaction नहीं मिला, मुझे ऐसा रोल करना है, even though they get the role. And I think that's what the main USP of every actor, that they want to do so much more, they want to explore so much. So me saying or not saying to any actor won't help, because every actor has that kira in them, that they want to grab every bite they get. And for me myself, I want to do so much work, I want to do so much in life, that I never regret that one shelf is empty or one box is left. I want to take everything, and that's what I think every actor has in them. And all these aspiring actors, including myself, we always believe that no matter how long it takes, but there will be one day where something will come up to you. Something might crack up open the gates for everything that you ever wished for, and that's gonna happen someday for sure. I won't ever suggest someone to give up. They should always have hope, and I'm sure that this industry has so much to offer, so much, that every in today's time we have web, we have theater, we can watch stuff on our mobile. I mean, that's pretty interesting to me. So I think we shouldn't give up, because there are endless opportunities, and this is the
Continue.
yeah. So I think that I believe strongly in that nobody should give up, and there's a long way for everyone, and
Totally.
everyone can touch everything they want.
Yeah, everything. Nothing is impossible. Everything can
Yeah,
be done. When I
of
see
course.
nothing is impossible, that's really impossible. That's there. That's really there. That nothing is impossible. You can do anything you want, but it just needs
Of
a
course.
mind of it. Because when we see today's inventions where people are creating plastic from cucumber, styrofoam, मतलब जो हम
Yeah,
बोलते हैं thermocol from mushrooms, etc. It's something out of the
correct,
level. I think it's
correct.
taking already. So we never knew,
It's
and
insane.
it's insane.
Yeah, of
Totally.
course. We see so much happening around us. I mean, you either talk about these things that you talked about, or you talk about the crypto world, you talk about the
Yeah.
multiverse, you talk
Well,
about
yeah.
the content that's being made, you talk about stocks, you talk about anything. There's like endless opportunities everywhere.
Yeah.
So you can drive along. You can drive along in anything.
Totally. So
Yeah.
just last 5 questions, quickies, just not like the
Sure.
Bollywood celebrity type of thing, but something, maybe
Sure.
like try to keep it as funny as possible. Yeah. So first question,
Sure.
what was the best advice you got from anyone?
The best advice I got from the one person I remember, actually two people. One is my first debut director, Nitesh Tiwari sir. I also have a passion for direction. So he always told me that, there are two eyes of every actor. One is the director's eye and one is the actor's eye. So when you start seeing from both, I think that's when you feel that you have a genuine thought, you have a genuine knowledge of the industry, of how the movies play, and you'll never ever intentionally make a mistake on set, that and for as a matter of fact, he also told me since the very beginning that no matter how high you climb, you should always have your feet down. That's also my parents say. So my parents and Nitesh so both told me the same. And the second advice I got from Salman sir was that no matter how many opportunities you get, you should be smart enough to choose what's going to help you and what's not going to help you.
Okay.
And yeah, so I think that thing I always took up to my mind, and I was like, I'm going to choose what's going to help me and what's not going to help me, and I have till date. And yeah, these are the two advice that I am still following and I'm still going on with.
And what was the worst advice you got from anyone?
The worst advice, I won't name the person, but the worst advice I got from someone was, you're a child actor, you should take a break. People might forget you. Your face will be very known and very regular to them because they've seen you grow. And you should take a break. You should disappear for 2 years or 3 years and then make a debut again. So I won't call it a worst advice, but that's somewhere I don't come from. I always believe that I'm gonna give people every age they want. I think that's what many legends like Leonardo DiCaprio and every actor in this world, like popular actor in this world have. They've followed this, that they've been child actors and they've proved time and again how age can not make a difference. They can act it out, they can show, they can perform, they can prove any character given to them. So I think I also want to be one of those learners, and I want to show people how I can play through different phases. And of course, I think in India, this is believed. This is not only one person telling me. There are a lot of people telling me this, that you should take a break. But I think I don't want to intentionally. I don't. Yeah. So that's it.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
who are the person you wish to work for, like maybe next 2-3 years in?
I'll play my cards very high here. I want to go to Hollywood. I want to work very.
Wonderful.
I'm not saying every actor in Hollywood, but I want to work with someone like a Tom Holland, like a not Leonardo DiCaprio. Of course, he's like the ultimate this dream I
Yeah.
have. But of course, and coming back to Bollywood, I want to do a film again with Rajkumar Rao sir. I want to act in a film that is directed by Anurag Basu, Anurag Kashyap, or Rajkumar Hirani. So these are my three biggest dream directors to work with, and actors Rajkumar Rao and Tom Holland and Kevin Hart. Kevin Hart. I'm also a huge fan of Kevin Hart. So yeah, these are my people.
Yeah. Wonderful. And
Yeah,
some things you hear about Bollywood.
some things I hate about Bollywood.
Yes.
Uh, to be have nothing to hate. I have a few touch points. For example, go to places I have been to ad shoots specifically where there were like food issues. You don't get like proper food sometimes, like and me being a very picky, I have a lot of problem with choosing what I want to eat. So this can be from that too, but I also feel that some places the food can be improved. Second, I think what I hate about, I don't.
Let's put it dislike about
I
Bollywood.
have
Rather than hating.
dislike. Yeah. What I dislike also is that nowadays people are auditioning through YouTube. I mean, you send your audition through your phone and they see it on a YouTube link. I honestly would love to meet the person who's taking the audition and perform in front of him. Because sometimes what happens is when you read a script that's given to you in the audition, you take it in a different perception, you receive it in some other
Yeah,
mindset,
yeah.
and you deliver it like that. But then you don't get selected for it because the other person gets they misconstrued you, they don't understand what you're coming from.
Coming from, yeah.
So I think when I do, so I think when I do it in person with the audition person, I'm gonna do it much better because he'll have his opinions, he'll have his remarks to make, and that's gonna help me also get the role. So I think that's what I want. That's what I want to stop, because I understand it's COVID times and people can't meet an audition like they used to earlier. But I really hope that happens soon, so it's beneficial for us.
Yeah, totally. Okay, last one question.
Yeah.
I'll not ask anything more than this.
Sure.
Um,
Sure, go on.
what are the things, like, for example, what are things you think you would have been better for, say, if you were like an advice you'd like to give to your 7-year-old self?
Huh. My 7-year-old self, not on sets. I think I was perfect on sets. I shouldn't change one thing about me on sets. But as a person, I was always very notorious. I made my mom, I'm troubled my mom a lot. I made her cry because I used to do so much masti, and I broke my head, I broke my leg, I broke everything on my body. Not everything, I mean, just my head and leg.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, I think I've troubled a lot to my parents. So I'm sorry for that. I would love to. I won't rectify those mistakes. I would just do it in a very subtle way. I wouldn't do it as
I love
extreme as
that.
I went. Yeah,
Yeah,
I wouldn't do it as extreme as I went that time.
yeah.
And one more advice that I would give my 7-year-old self would be that now I gained a lot of interest in space and cosmos. So I want to go to my 7-year-old self and tell him that you should read more about space, get more learned. In fact, if you want to become a physicist, if you want to go for astrophysics, just try once. If it doesn't happen, then no problem. But just try once. But now I'm very late to do that. So yeah, that's what I would love to suggest my 7-year-old self.
Yeah, totally. But would you just putting again a question? Would you be interested? Like, are you still interested in reading more into science and getting into more of say physics and etc. Understanding more about moon and cosmos and etc.
100%, 100%. I'm a very big space lover. I want to know so much. I would love to gift myself a very big telescope. That's one of my things in my bucket list. And I would love to go to space someday. I think Elon Musk is helping us, and I'm sure he might do it very soon.
Totally.
But I want to go to space. I wanna see everything with my own eyes. And I would love to learn a lot more. Like, coming out. We got to know so much about the black hole, everything. Some strange mystery or like extremely super fictional, and space. So I might read those books. Yeah. So that's what
Yeah.
interests me.
Thank you so much for being joining me in here. It has been 40 minutes. We're just talking continuously.
Thank you so much for
Thank you.
having me. Yeah.
My pleasure.
Sure,
My
sure.
pleasure,
No problem.
Naman. It
Thank you
was
so much for
really
having me, bro.
my
It
pleasure.
was
My pleasure.
it was really, really a lot of fun.
Yeah. Same here. Thank you very much again.